fucking stab someone. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't know what the exact details are with regards to self-defense, but self-defense in that situation is like it's beyond self-defense in that situation. Do you see what I'm saying? There is no shooting a leg. Stop making Joe Biden arguments, guys, please. And even if she is practicing self-defense in that circumstance, or like even if she was actually trying to defend themselves or something, but like the cop doesn't fucking know that. Where was she about to stab? If you watch the video, she is going in for a fucking. She's going in for the neck. First, she's going in for a stab. The other girl like fucking pushes her off with her leg.
Stop the stun lock.
And she's going in for another fucking stab in a higher area. It's not like she was dropping the fucking knife and putting her hands up. Like, there is such a thing as self-defense. There is not a thing as self-offense.
But he who does the truth comes to the light that his deeds may be clearly seen that they have been done in God.
Okay? And the reason why I'm saying this is because if I was in a similar situation and someone was trying to fucking stab me with a knife and there was a cop right there, I would expect the cop to fucking shoot that person down. And I'm pretty sure you would too. Okay?
Hassan, can you tell your journey to America sometime? I am really curious.
That would mean you are jumping someone. Okay, this is the other part of the conversation. Everyone is saying that in this situation, in this circumstance, there's like you're jumping someone, you're doing all this, you're doing all that. From the cop's point of view, he doesn't fucking know that. He hears that he's walking in on a fucking felony. He's walking in on a felony assault, and he thinks that the person who has the knife is the one who he was called there to deal with. Okay, stop asking why not shoot the hand holding the knife. I don't know how many times I've actually had to. I don't know how many times I've actually had to fucking explain this part. There is no way to stop. Like, it's not John Wick. Real life is not John Wick. It is very difficult to aim. Cops are fucking dog shit at aiming. That's part of the reason why I think that they shouldn't have guns to begin with.
On Twitter, Pog.
No, bro, I just can't wrap my head around you defending a cop that murdered a young black girl, a child in the system. I don't know how else to describe my point of view in the situation where there is literally a person
Top of the
who
hour,
is
every
in the
hour,
process of
60-second
stabbing another person, like literally stabbing another person. I'm not even saying that the person who was stabbing the other person is a bad human being or they were doing the wrong thing. Okay? I don't know if that person was defending themselves, even though I do think that once you have a knife and you're trying to fucking stab someone, it is probably beyond self-defense in that situation. Okay? I don't know what your expectation of me is. Yeah, what if instead of being 16, what if she was fucking 18? Is that okay then? No.
Time is too short to serve darkness. Jesus is coming back very soon. The time is now to turn from wickedness and call out to Jesus. He will save you if you surrender your heart. The signs have been present.
Why was Nicholas Cruz able to get out alive after killing 17 kids and not Ma'Khia Bryant? So, this is the thing that I don't understand. When you make this argument, and I have made like similar arguments as far as like apprehension of white mass shooters versus black people that are oftentimes innocent, but like, are you saying that like Ma'Khia Bryant is similar to fucking Nicholas Cruz? Like she's a cold-blooded murderer? Like what's this fucking conversation? Oftentimes cops kill people with zero fucking reason. Where they are absolutely in a position where they should not shoot someone and they do it. Okay? There are situations where cops kill people they kill suspects that have knives in their hands, and they shouldn't. And they could absolutely deal with it in a better way. It's not that there was an opportunity to de-escalate here. It's that what I'm saying is because of the nature of the situation, this was not an instance where there was a lot of de-escalation tactics available. If the person was white and they were stabbing a black person, we can't fucking say with a 100% certainty, but I'm pretty sure the cop would probably react in a similar capacity. You can say it's liberal all you want, but I'm sorry, guys. And it sucks because, like, every time I talk about this conversation, it's like I'm vilifying a person who just got fucking shot and killed. Right? It looks like I'm vilifying a person who just got shot and killed. A person who's 15 years old.
Gave them crap in this case, and chat is still thinking you're not a copcake. Wait, 0 IQ chat.
I'm looking at the different angle. Yeah. He rolls up on scene. Ma'Khia Bryant comes out of the house as the cop is rolling up on scene. I think her brother pushes one of the people, or no, wait, what? I don't want to show this video because, like, there's... Yeah, it's a 30-second video. I'm like worried of even showing it because people are saying that she was defending herself, failed to realize that you can't tell people that as you pull up to the scene. I wouldn't have known which one was the aggressor or not. We'll learn more if the cop had this info or not. That will change this combo, but until then, you have the right take. Yeah, like... In the neighborhood security footage you just watched, you can hear her say, "I'm gonna stab you, bitch."
Hassle.
But we don't even know who's saying that. Like, that's the other problem. Like, we don't know if it's the person who had the knife who's saying that. We don't know if the other person is saying that. She is saying it, though. I mean, one person is definitely. You got to mute chat if you make super obvious but pro-cop arguments. Too many goddamn morons. They unlock me, too. So sad to see you have this awful take. Guys, I don't think that cops should fucking kill people when they personally feel threatened. I don't think that cops should kill people when they feel like the other person is going to go out and do crimes, and that's why you should shoot people from the back if they're running away from you. Like, these are all instances where I think, in a lot of circumstances, I think cops are being fucking ridiculous and should not shoot people at all. But in this situation, there's a 30-second response time. He actually sees a fucking person literally get out of the house and get pushed away and then run up at another person who's about to get stabbed. Okay, shoot, dude, not sure if who had the knife screaming was the one who's going to say she's going to stab. We don't know. That's the point, but you don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change my point of view at this stage regardless.
We are at the end of the generation from when Israel became a nation. Thai celestial alignment on September 23, 2017 was prophesied in the book of Revelation.
Kyle Rittenhouse had a gun after gunshots have been fired.
Short before Jesus comes back. Repent.
We've talked about how Kyle Rittenhouse was not a fucking hero, and absolutely police should have apprehended him immediately on the fucking spot. And the fact that they didn't do that is the reason why he was able to, the reason why he ended up killing additional people who were the real heroes in the situation, trying to stop someone with a gun.
Pog.
But the Kyle Rittenhouse of the situation is the same as the girl. Like, if a cop fucking rolled up on Kyle Rittenhouse and killed him after he had shot someone and murdered them because he was in the process of brandishing his weapon and about to fucking kill someone, you would literally be celebrating. You would say that is an acceptable use of force.
Your little pug chump Hassan.
Even if it wasn't a cop, even if it was someone else who successfully fucking shot and killed Kyle Rittenhouse because he was brandishing a weapon after he had shot someone and he literally had a fucking gun pointed at another person, you would literally say that person was a hero. Shut the fuck up. The whole point is minimizing damage. The whole point is making sure that people don't fucking die. Additional people don't die. Okay? That's why I'm frustrated about this conversation. Cops are still bad, guys. I'm not saying cops are fucking good now, okay? Like, just because I'm defending this one instance where it is not as black and white as you would expect, and that, like, cops are supposed to fucking protect people, does not change my opinion on policing and how fundamentally fucking flawed it is in this country, or that cops shouldn't have guns to begin with. Anyway, I know that motherfuckers love to be like, oh, Hassan, you've changed, you love cops or whatever the fuck, but don't worry, I don't. So LeBron saw this and said, you're next, hashtag accountability. Now, I don't agree with the situation. I think that, I mean, this guy might be a piece of shit. He might have even said, like, Blue Lives Matter after he did the shooting. He's a fucking cop. I don't expect him to be a nice person in general. Let's be fucking real. Sorry to all the motherfuckers who think I'm, like, actually pro-cop or whatever, and you're here because I'm giving you a reasonable take on this. Does not change my opinion on ACAB or anything like that. There should still be accountability, first of all. If you fucking take your service weapon out and you fucking shoot someone, there should be accountability. There should, in every single circumstance, there should be a board that looks at this. There should be a civilian-led board that literally looks at this. So I have zero issues with LeBron James even saying this. It's very obvious what he's saying here is, not like we're going to fucking kill you or whatever the fuck conservatives are trying to make it seem like he was saying. They're saying, from his point of view, he saw someone kill a 16-year-old girl. Okay? Hey, man, hope you get shot to death by a cop while it's recorded.
Boy.
Okay. I mean, probably likely, let's be real. Subscriber of 4 months, by the way. Nice, dude. Nice, dude. Nice. Okay. Cool. I hope Twitch IP bans you from the platform. I'm going to be honest with you. Kind of weird. Especially considering that I'm not even belittling the position of Bryant here. I'm not saying that, like, I understand that she is a victim in this situation as well. So, Kind of weird that you would make it seem as though he unfollowed it, says followed 10 minutes ago. Yeah, kind of weird that you would make it seem like I am, belittling the victim here, you know? Does that chatter expect you to be in the middle of stabbing someone? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so
God
LeBron
forbid a
James
black
says,
athlete
you're
has an
next.
opinion, am I
And
right?
people
Wow.
fucking lost their shit. And I am a LeBron James stan, for those of you who don't know. The reason why people lost their shit is because here's a black man, very popular,
Hassel love you,
who has
Times have sucked lately for
spoken
me,
out
but I'm
on an
enjoying the
issue that
content
he
and
perceives
atmosphere
is
of the stream.
yet another instance of police brutality. Okay, so people are
Pogger.
freaking the absolute fuck out. Let's watch what these psychopathic conservatives had to say. Çok güzel. Helal.
Officials in Columbus,
Okay, I can't fucking.
Ohio, are calling for patience and due process following the police-involved shooting death of a teenage girl. It's a complicated case. The girl, Makia Bryant, was swinging a knife at another woman when police arrived at the scene, and the Ohio Bureau of Investigations
brother.
has begun a probe. But
Thank you,
LeBron
Noob Later.
James has no time for due
Oh fuck! I forgot. Why is your TTS ununderstandable? I don't know. Did I forgot to run an ad. Sorry guys, I gotta run one right now. Fuck. Before I get into this, I was gonna run an ad and then I got unlocked by like bad fucking takes over and over again in my chat, saying people saying like I fucking suck and love cops or some shit. But here's a 1 minute ad break now. And then I'm gonna continue the video. So if you no longer want to see the ads, you can subscribe.
process. He wants that cop's hide now. James tweeted out a picture of the officer to his nearly 50 million followers with a simple and direct message: "You're
Love you,
next."
Hussein.
Senator Ted Cruz of Texas is here now to react. Senator Cruz.
Fuck! I'm sorry. I'm doing it again. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Ted Cruz.
Called.
Trigger warning. I'm about to show you Ted Cruz's face. Sorry. There needs to be accountability for someone like myself for routinely and consistently forgetting to give you a trigger warning before I
Anton
show you
Boys
Ted
Club.
Cruz. Here is a Theodore Jebediah Cruz video.
What is your reaction to this tweet from LeBron James?
I'm sorry.
Well, you know, unfortunately, this is a pattern where the left consistently goes after, attacks, and demonizes police officers, and they do so often before the facts are known, often before there's any evidence of what happened. But their immediate reaction whenever there's an incident is the police officer's in the wrong, the police officer is the villain. In this instance, you're next could certainly be interpreted.
Shut the fuck up, dude. These motherfuckers like, no, dude. It literally says hashtag accountability. Like, it literally says hashtag accountability, motherfucker. What does accountability mean? Like, if it's you're
suck and
next,
love
those
cops, but
two
I hate
fucking
Matt
words, and then
Pepper.
the third word, like 33% of the fucking tweet is literally dedicated to what he means. But no, they have to make it seem like a scary black man, a big scary black man is saying that they want to murder cops. Fucking idiots, dude.
Can you play America Deserves Hassan at the end of stream again? I missed that hassle.
It's simple, man. When a streamer I watch has a single opinion that is different than mine in a matter that is clearly debatable, I will cry, shit, and piss my pants, come a little bit, and then wish them death.
Adds Pepe spit.
Interpreted by some even as a call for violence, and I think it was a grossly irresponsible.
And this is the fucking cowardly Ted Cruz saying it might be interpreted by some as a call for violence. Yeah, motherfucker. he can't even say it with his entire chest to be like, oh yeah, here is scary black man doing a call to action, a call for violence, because even he recognizes that it's not as 100% clear cut. It's not at all, actually. It's not even remotely a call for violence. It's literally a call for accountability, because it says #accountability on the fucking tweet.
Message for LeBron James.
You could straight up say something along the lines of, well, LeBron was wrong in this instance for jumping pulling the trigger too quickly, or something like that. You could say, like, I disagree with LeBron's take that this person needs, this person needs accountability, or some shit like that. Or you could say, like, you could say what I say, that cops are brutal, and they're a brutal occupying force in communities that they are supposed to protect and serve, and oftentimes serve the interests of capital rather than the interests of the people. And they are brutal and violent. They have a monopoly on violence, and they oftentimes use it without any sort of accountability whatsoever. But in this specific instance, it's not as black and white, because the cop literally saw someone in the process of stabbing another human being, and he reacted in the way that he did, where he was calculating that he was saving the other person's life. So that's one way to fucking look at the situation. And then you have Ted Cruz, who's like, no, the cop is of course correct, because, this is what you're supposed to do as a cop. You're supposed to fucking kill people all the time. We got one, boys. We got one where, like, we might be in the fucking right. Yeah, but you're next historically is implied intent to kill. I agree with LeBron's message was really fucking worded. No, motherfucker, this was happening during the Derek Chauvin trial. Your next means what happened to Derek Chauvin is going to happen to you as well. That's literally what that means. That's what it is. Why would it mean anything else? You're next. What happened to Derek Chauvin, who got justice, is going to happen to you as well. You are going to get justice, because in LeBron's mind, or in LeBron's eyes, what he saw was, or what he knew about, I don't know what the fucking entire details were of what he knew about, but he saw a cop kill a 16-year-old, and then he deleted the tweet, by the way.
To send out, and we've now seen the body cam footage from what occurred, and by any measure, it was a volatile situation. The woman who was killed was wielding a knife, was violent, appeared to be threatening the lives of others. It may well be on an investigation that this police officer saved the life of a potential victim of a knife attack, and we shouldn't jump to conclusions.
For the record, here, like, this is the last still before she gets shot, so there is no blood on. It's not TOS, but like, she has a knife in her hand. You can't really tell from here, from this angle now, but you can tell it from the previous angle. But she has a knife in her hand, and she's literally trying to stab the other person. Okay, like, so. Women, she was a child. Of course, they're always going to do this, especially when it's black people. Okay?
There needs to be an investigation. Anytime there is a shooting that takes someone's life, it should be investigated. The facts should be determined. But the left doesn't care about the facts. They care about demonizing and attacking law enforcement, and I think it's wrong.
You know, Senator, I know that you're someone who cares
Hold on, I'll be back.
a great deal about the degree to which we've seen these capitalist entities, American companies, engage in politics in recent months in a way that they really haven't before, taking sides on culture war issues in an unprecedented way. Obviously, the NBA was one of these entities in the past. But one of the things that I'm concerned about is what is to be done, what can be done to push back and to brush back these American corporations that seem to really have as their priority list these woke issues and these frankly anti-law enforcement, anti-law and order approaches when it comes to their engagement with politics.
Well, the past month in particular has been really ominous in that we've seen the rise of the woke corporations. We've seen giant companies readily enlisting to be the enforcers of Democrats and the extreme left remaining in power. And look, I think many CEOs, particularly CEOs at big companies, they're risk averse. They're scared. And the left has invested for over a decade. They've invested in infrastructure where they have lists of left-wing employees at every big company. They have lists of left-wing shareholders at every big company, and they've learned that these CEOs act like scared little children, that if they get a few of their lefty employees or a few of their lefty shareholders pounding them, that they just make the decision to give in. And right now, I think even for the most apolitical of CEOs, as they look at the cost-benefit analysis, the costs and the benefits of giving in to the woke left-wing mob exceed what they perceive to be the cost. But a reckoning is coming, I believe. We saw Delta Airlines do this and give in Atlanta in a way that was shameful. We've seen Coca-Cola do it. We saw, I think most disturbingly, Major League Baseball yank the All-Star game out of Atlanta and move it to Denver. And I got to say, Ben, it really does illustrate how absurd and unconnected to substance these moves are. Atlanta is
not trying to troll, but what if the cop allowed the girl to get stabbed? Wouldn't that be deemed as racist, allowing it to happen? So he legally has the right to completely look the other way when someone is getting stabbed. Like there have been court cases about this, like this exact same situation. He legally could have not pulled the trigger and just waited for the person to get stabbed. He could do that. Okay? They do not have a legal obligation. Cops do not have a legal obligation to save people's lives. It's the expectation, but it's not a legal obligation. Okay? Ohio's a castle doctrine state is a really stupid fucking take here, okay? Like, I don't know why people keep saying Ohio is castle doctrine, castle doctrine. One, castle doctrine is often fucking literally used by white people to kill black people. I don't know why all of a sudden you're like, oh, castle doctrine, castle doctrine. And two, castle doctrine, I don't know how it would apply here when there is no reasonable threat or reasonable physical threat of violence that is occurring to you, and you're using a fucking knife to stop an attacker who's like in the process of trying to kill you. If you are the aggressor, or if you are offensively going at someone with a knife in front of a fucking cop, then that's not going to be considered a reasonable instance where castle doctrine could be applied.
51% African American. They moved it to Denver, a city that is 9% African American, because they're such woke social justice warriors that they're going to take $100 million out of the pockets of the African American small businesses and workers in Atlanta. It makes no sense. It's dangerous. And I do think there is a strong backlash that is building, because the American people, when you go to a baseball game, you're not interested in their lecturing you on left-wing politics. You'd like to see people play a game of baseball.
Well, the thing that I'm concerned about, Senator, is that we have these handful of institutions that still unite us in American life. And we see them being torn apart by this woke leftism, which is taking over all of these different entities that had been unifying elements of American life, that we could all go to a baseball game together and cheer alongside each other regardless of race, of religion, etc. To me, this is something that has to be solved from the bottom up, from the communities, and we need these corporations to get back to being, in the business of being American companies. What can you do as a politician to try to force them into that lane, as opposed to the direction that they're going that seems fundamentally anti-American?
Well, you could call them out, you can shine a light on them, and you can also end any special subsidies or benefits they get. When Major League Baseball moved the All-Star game out of Atlanta playing naked politics, I joined with several...
They're so, I don't know why they're so fucking mad. I literally don't. I think they're faking it too. Bitch, if you're so mad, stop accepting donations from them. How about that? Just stop accepting donations from them. If you want corporations out of money, out of politics, then, refuse to take their money, or criticizing them for taking money, or rather giving money, and, put your money where your mouth is. Literally. This kind of posturing is so empty. It's so stupid. It's like, I cannot believe corporations are trying to give me money. I mean, Mitch McConnell said it best, boys. He straight up said corporations need to stop trying to interfere with politics. And no, I do not mean corporate donations. He literally said that. That is actually a literal fucking quote from Mitch McConnell, where he stated in the end that corporate donations are still allowed. I mean, dude, here, I mean, if you don't believe me, because I understand why you wouldn't believe me, because it's so fucking insane. Let's see if I can find it really quickly. Mitch McConnell to the CEOs says, stay out of politics. Don't pick sides in these big fights. Wait, where's the rest of it? Oh, come on. This doesn't have the entire fucking quote. God, this shit sucks.
If they applied the same standard, because Missouri has a more restrictive. So my warning, if you will, to corporate America is to stay out of politics. It's not what you're designed for. And don't be intimidated by the left into taking up causes that put you right in the middle of one of America's greatest political debates. You know, Republicans drink Coca-Cola too. And we fly. And we like baseball.
Wait, why did they cut that part out? I'm going to lose my mind. They literally cut the part out where he's...
Pretty competitive political environment in America.
Is this
as I
a
just
joke,
pointed
dude?
out, a 50-50 Senate. If I were running a major corporation, I'd stay out of politics.
Okay, I'm going to fucking lose my mind, dude. Why is every fucking article on this not mentioning corporate donations are still okay? No, he literally said it. I talked to... Yeah, oh, here it is. McConnell says a quiet part out loud, tells corporate America to stay out of politics, but clarifies he's not talking about political contributions, dude.
I'm not talking about political contributions.
Look at these motherfuckers, by the way. Like I cannot believe that NBC News straight up cut that part out. That is insane to me. That's not Mandela effect, by the way. No, it's from this video. It's from this video. It's the same background. It's the same outfit. What do you mean? It's literally from that same fucking take. Are these people fucking crazy, dude? It's not a Mandela effect. I remember him saying it. It is mind-boggling that, like, mainstream media would straight the fuck up clip chimp it to protect a take like this.
Most of them contribute to both sides. They have political action committees. I'm not talking about political contributions. Most of them contribute to both sides. They have political action committees. That's fine. It's legal. It's appropriate. I support that. I'm talking about taking...
Yeah, he supports that. How insane is that, by the way? Like, how funny is that like he just says it? He just straight up is like, no, I support political donations. I don't mean political donations. You know, keep them coming. Well, is that not, that's not fucking interfering with politics then? Anyway, maybe it's from a very different time in the video.
A position.
Aw, sometimes I try to find highlights of the stream, but then I realize the whole stream is a highlight for me, bro. Smile. Aw, thank you. Anyway, fucking insane. But as we said before, so people who are like corporations should not be involved in politics are fucking bullshit. They
Other
love
senators
corporations
in
being involved in
introducing
politics. They love when they get paid.
To revoke the special exemption from the antitrust laws that Major League Baseball gets, that no other sports league gets. That's an example where you don't get to come and get subsidies from the government while you're playing politics. Beyond that, shining a light is really important. You know, last year the NBA decided they were going to get very political. They put Black Lives Matter on the courts, and their profits plummeted. The phrase "go woke, go broke," I think that is a potent deterrent, and I think there's going to be a lot more discussion about how not to patronize companies that decide half of America, they don't care about us, they don't want our support. There need to be consequences for that.
Republicans.
It's great. They didn't even say anything. Like
Everyone's been talking.
They didn't even
Over
get
half a
enough
million hours.
LeBron hate out. He just like straight up fucking went into corporations are bad and they should not involve themselves in politics. So the thing is, like, LeBron already deleted this tweet. Okay, he even apologized for saying that it was you know,
to defeat the nameless King Pogo.
he didn't want to, I guess, heat up the conversation more. Something along those lines. And
Love you, Hussein Hassel. Hi, chatty.
when was the last time someone on the right walked back a hot take? I don't fucking know. Republicans are just middlemen for corporations. So are Democrats, though. Sorry, but isn't asking for accountability a good thing? Absolutely is. Absolutely is. I think even in this instance, the cop should get accountability. In any instance where you shoot and kill someone, a citizen, you should, even if that citizen literally has a gun, even if that citizen is pointing an actual weapon at you, you should still have accountability. Accountability is important to have in every single circumstance. Okay? That cop killed someone. You might think it was warranted. You might think it's one of the very, very, very few instances where, like, the police shooting someone is warranted. And even then, you can still advocate for accountability. Okay? What's accountability in this case? A civilian-led police department board of investigations will conduct an investigation into the shooting and declare it a legally justifiable one, most likely is what would happen in this situation. Anytime a gun is taken out and fired, there needs to be a good reason for it, okay? Anytime. Anytime. Poor response time, right? Or am I mistaken? I don't think it was. I don't know if it was poor response time. I don't know how long the response time took, but I'm talking about him like showing up on scene. More footage to give me a different perspective. I mean, we already watched the body camera footage of the cop. If you wanna rewatch it again, we can if you want to. But
It would be so crazy if Hassan played League of Legends. Prej. Anyway, hope everyone is having an alright day. Hassel, drink some water, chat.
the problem is they think every situation is a good one to use a gun because there is no accountability. Yes, that is absolutely correct. The issue with cops is that they think that it is justifiable use of force in literally nearly every single circumstance when it's not.
Talking about this, and I know a lot of people are saying, well, you can't really cover it because LeBron took down his tweet. Sorry, the king. LeBron James claimed, by the way, back in the day, before he tweeted yesterday, basically a call to violence, tweeted that he didn't support...
A call to violence. What a pussy, dude. If what LeBron James is saying, if accountability seems like a fucking call to violence to you, then what the fuck is like actual acts of violence? Motherfucker,
Okay.
You recreated murder. You recreated a murder scene to try to justify the acts of Derek Chauvin against George Floyd, and you pussied out from like actually fucking recreating the scene
Thank you for
because
doing what
it
you
made
do.
you
Much love
uncomfortable
as always,
and you were
Hassel.
scared that you might die. Mind-boggling to me that like this same pussy is like, I can't believe a black person said hashtag accountability. That's literally murder.
The violence of the Black
Maybe that's why he's a gun holster, because he's fucking afraid of a shadow, dude.
Lives Matter riots. We covered it. Oh, well, that's nice. So let's go back to then.
I've never, in my 35 years, ever condoned violence.
4
Never have.
and 7.
But I also know what's right.
Only
and
black
wrong,
guys can do the
wrong,
Lincoln.
And I grew up in the inner city, in a black community, in what we call the hood or the ghetto, however you want to picture
Grew up
it.
in Akron.
And I've seen a
ghetto's
lot of
in Akron.
counts firsthand. Of a lot of black people, being, I guess, racially profiled because of our color. But not one time have I ever said, let's act violent towards cops.
Until yesterday.
I just said that.
Till yesterday. Oh, God. These guys are such pathetic little bitches, dude. I'm sorry. Bro, listen. If you literally see a fucking black dude say, you're next, hashtag accountability, like accountability is coming,
You don't need
just
more YouTube
like
videos
it
on
happened
Friday
to
to
Derek
have like
Chauvin,
one that's
and
more
you
than
think,
enough.
oh my God, this person is being scary. He's a scary black person. You're a fucking pussy, dude. You are literally the biggest fucking pussy on the planet. It is mind-boggling to me that you would dare wear like a fucking vest and like gun holsters on you and a fucking t-shirt that says fight like hell, and then be like, oh, I can't believe he wanted to do violence when he said accountability is gonna happen to the police. Unless you literally mean like accountability to the police is violence. You know what I mean? What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Oh my God, dude. You are such a fucking coward, dude. It blows my fucking mind how cowardly these Republicans are. They are such
What's going on in our
fucking babies, dude. I can't even get over it. Jesus
community?
Christ.
Coach bought me a
Not
Hummer
okay.
and banged my mom.
And we fear for that. And we fear for our lives.
Yeah, that's what. And then what you didn't see is after that clip, he said, "I had my fingers crossed." Psych. Because yesterday he tweeted out, then removed it against the Columbus cop for what is this girl's name? Is it Micaiah?
I've heard Micaiah more than
the Columbus
Micaiah.
cop who rightfully, justifiably, as a matter of fact, I would say requiredly, if that's a
Yes.
word, shot Micaiah Bryant. I think it's
Bryant, yeah.
someone said Micaiah Brown, which is not correct. He posted this picture right here with this caption: "You're next."
Ominous.
Hashtag accountability. And he removed it. What's even funnier is afterwards he tweeted out like, "I am desperate for accountability." Yes, we are desperate for you to continue to be accountable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what did he say?
Desperate for accountability. Yes.
I'm so damn tired of seeing black people killed by the police. I took the tweet down because it's being used to create more hate. This isn't about one officer. It's about the entire system, and they're always used our words to create more racism. I'm so desperate for more accountability. Yeah, fair.
We are
totally
desperate
fair, reasonable fucking take.
for you to
If you're mad at this shit, you're either a gigantic pussy or motivated by racism, and you want to fucking be like, here's another scary black man. I'm a strong person. That's why I got my holsters on. That's why, because I like to fight like hell. Also, oh no, you're such a scary black man. Oh, I'm Steven Crowder. You're so scary, black man.
continue to be accountable.
Yes.
Yeah.
LeBron James. I'm so damn
God.
tired of seeing black people killed by police.
They're literally proving his points right now. What the fuck? Yeah, they're like, I am reading the tweet and also doing exactly what LeBron James has said that I would do. I am doing the expected thing that I'm supposed to do in this situation, which is be a fucking ginormous racist asshole.
took the tweet down because it's being used to create more hate. Huh. This isn't about one officer. It's about the entire system, and they always use our words to create more racism. So they use your racially divisive words to create more racism. I am so desperate for more accountability.
The irony is that Steven Crowder literally fucking incites violence. He incited violence routinely during the election cycle, where he lied over and over again while he completely knew that he was fucking lying about Donald Trump losing the fucking election. And then guess what happened? Actual fucking riots. An insurrection at the Capitol, where cops died, as a matter of fact. So, what the fuck, Steven Crowder? It's not like you were like, let's get accountability going. Let's set up a fucking board of investigations or some shit. You literally were just like doing that. legit, didn't you say how cops aren't required to save victims or whatever? Even Steven Crowder just lied about it, typical for him to lie. Yes, cops are legally not required. They're not legally obligated to save someone's life, especially if it puts them in harm's way. But that's the expectation. Why else would fucking cops exist if they can't even do that shit? Okay? Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I think all of us are.
I think we all would like to see you not tweet out stuff like that, that either is a call to violence to a police officer who saved a black woman's life, by the way, or you're telling every other person out there, cops are going to shoot you next. Time is running out.
Right. Either way,
either one is good.
There really is a terrible Paul Blarty picture, though, that they found of him.
Yeah,
like, he looks like he'd accidentally shoot a lot of people, not just on color.
And then segue off a cliff.
Yeah, he just...
I couldn't get it to stop. You look like you could trick him by painting a tunnel on a wall, and you go through it, and then he just segues in. Oh, shit.
He still doesn't hit the paint part, though.
Right next to it. I always miss.
So, yeah, we're talking about accountability, and this is the issue. It's not just hypocrisy. It's virtue signaling at the cost of innocent people. That's the issue.
6 months pogo.
Okay, this is pretty funny. I mean, this is like, it's not the hypocrisy, it's the virtue signaling at the cost of innocent people. Bitch, what do you do? Like, you're literally describing what you're doing currently. You are virtue signaling as you extrapolate something that is not there from a rather regular fucking tweet. What the fuck, dude? I feel like every time Steven Crowder talks, he's just dunking on his previous self. But in this specific instance, it's like he's dunking on himself right now.
Issue that we have with LeBron James. What do I mean by that? Remember he refused to comment on the Hong Kong protests?
Yeah.
Right, this is the issue. He claimed that Rockets owner Daryl Morey, who tweeted...
16 months.
So now he's mad. LeBron James, a black American, speaks out against police brutality, okay, in what he perceives is an unjustifiable police murder yet again, okay, during the process of the Derek Chauvin trial that's already occurring, says you're next, hashtag accountability. He's upset about that, but then he wants fucking him to turn around and have takes on, like, I don't know, foreign politics. What the fuck, dude? What is this? Like, what are you doing? You can't literally spend the first half of the video shitting on a black dude for matters that literally pertain to him and pertain to his family, matters that impact him and has impacted him his entire life, and get upset that he had a political opinion on that, but then turn around and be like, why is he not talking about Chinese police brutality?
Tweeted support for the Hong Kong protests. So the whole NBA, because they're trying to get into the market of China, said, well, don't do anything with Hong Kong. These are people who, by the way, were largely, a lot of them, peacefully protesting because they actually want things like being able...
Dude, okay, I'm losing it. You're bad for speaking out against police brutality as a black man. Why haven't you talked about Hong Kong? Wow, dude. Is it shut up and dribble, or is it like, why aren't you talking more while you're dribbling? It's just, you just figure, just pick a cause, motherfucker.
Being able to, speak, read Bibles.
Dangerous.
And Daryl Morey tweeted support for the Hong Kong protest. Yeah. And then LeBron didn't just remain silent, which would be cowardly, but he's a basketball player, I repeat myself. Foul! Yeah, okay, go play.
Dude, what the fuck, dude? You are an omega pussy. Why are you talking about fucking athletes like they're... Oh, this is classic fat guy on a couch, dude. This is the most fat guy talking shit about professional athletes that would literally put their nutsacks on your fucking forehead kind of conversation. Maybe that's why he's so appealing to these dumbass chuds all around the world. Like, motherfucker, you're sitting there with like foundation on your face, wearing fucking holsters, talking like you're a big tough guy, shitting on one of the greatest athletes of all time, dude. Literally one of the most athletic individuals of all fucking time. Basketball is no contact sport. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
hockey for you won't.
Yeah.
They go through the season and they don't even replace their teeth.
Yeah.
Because they know they're just going to get knocked out again. He touched my wrist. I don't know what it means in basketball. He's a really physical player. No one is allowed to get physical.
Yeah.
What does that even
I mean,
mean?
you can kind of bang around down on the paint, but there's a foul called.
There are more injuries in basketball than any other sport.
It's just classic, hot couch guy take, dude. Bro, fucking basketball's not even physical, bro. Like, unlike hockey, basketball's not even physical, bro. These guys are pussies, dude. These fucking 300-pound trucks that are literally ballerina graceful at the same time. These, like, incredible athletes that have trained their bodies their entire lives to be able to fucking compete in physical competition. They're such pussies, dude, because they're fucking not hitting one another enough, dude. Such fucking pussies, dude. I want full contact in my sport, dude. Fuck.
Well, yeah, because it's a sport full of pussies. So, the Houston Rockets owner tweeted about the Hong Kong protests, and then LeBron James, not only being a coward silent, he spoke out against people who were supporting the Hong Kong people.
I believe he wasn't educated on the situation at hand. So many people could have been harmed, not only financially, but physically, emotionally, spiritually.
He will never recover from this in the eyes of Chuds. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Chuds already fucking hate him. But, like, it is a ridiculous, like, if you're not going to interfere in the matter, just don't say anything. Like, it's so stupid. Like, I will not defend LeBron on this take at all. As much as I am a LeBron simp and a LeBron stan, most people don't give a shit anyway. Like, Buddha is a great example of someone who literally does not give a shit. If I was like, LeBron loves China, he'd be like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, whatever. I love China too if LeBron loves it. But, This is like one of those takes. Was I as someone who has a lot of political opinions and don't mind when athletes have or give their take on political opinions. This is not a good take. It's just a fucking bad take. Let's be real.
What? So just be careful what we tweet and we say. We do have freedom of speech, but there can be a lot of negative that comes with that too.
Well, actually, the point is they don't have freedom of speech. That's kind of why they're protesting. And that's kind of why they need support. You're saying,
oh my God, can you imagine Steven Crowder having this take unironically about Black Lives Matter protesters? Of course not. I have talked time and time again. I've made entire YouTube videos that you can watch about the Hong Kong protesters against the brutal and oppressive Chinese police state and the tactics that they utilized, by the way, in Hong Kong that were not dissimilar to the tactics that BLM protesters utilized here in the United States. But the reason why Steven Crowder does not give a fuck about liberation in any form is because he's just using it as a talking point. Hong Kong good because it's against China. American BLM movement bad because it's black people against the American police state, which is something that Steven Crowder likes, expects, and enjoys. So, fucking bullshit. That's it. Brutal police state. Yeah, dude, you're right. China is not a the Chinese police state is not bad at all. You're right. It's great. It's totally fucking great. I would love to be taken over by China. The reality is conservatives don't give a fuck about China. They don't give a fuck about Hong Kong. They're just using it as a talking point. LeBron was in China when it happened and was virtually a political prisoner. Not a good take, but he was literally in China being held up in an international controversy. That context should matter when he makes dumb comments. Regardless.
16 months has pog.
Saying we have freedom of speech, but there are consequences. Well, hold on. You're silencing freedom of speech. You're talking about abuses of the system here in the United States. We are talking about by the way, this also ties into the World Health Organization, China refusing technology, even Taiwan.
You think China has a worse police state than the USA? You are delusional. I don't think China has a worse police state than the United States. There are areas where they're worse. There are more rigorous controls over what you can and can't say than the United States. That's just the fucking truth. But the American police is pretty fucking brutal. On top of that, it's two hegemonic powers. I find it very weird that we are constantly trying to fucking compare them when they're both, of course, fucking brutal because they're both hegemonic powers that engage in dominance and control and are kind of working on the other side of one another and oftentimes utilize the actions that others have taken to justify their own brutal actions, as in the case of, for example, Xi Jinping literally stating that the work camps that Uyghur Muslims are put into are justifiable because these are Muslim separatists, and that they are learning the surveillance game from the American surveillance state in the aftermath of Guantanamo, in the aftermath of 9/11 and the Guantanamo Bay. President Xi Jinping has literally said that if you are a leftist in the chat and a dengist, or you love what China has done, or if you think it's fucking like CIA agitprop against the Chinese government, if you say CIA talking points, then look no further than Xi Jinping, who has himself said, we learned from the United States of America in dealing with Muslim separatists. Anyway.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
I mean, just let's be honest. When people want us to constantly fear Russia, which is something that people run with, this collusion, of course, none of that happened. China is not just the biggest adversary of the United States right now, the biggest adversary of the free world and their own people. I use the term Chi-Coms. You know why Chi-Coms? Because it's not racist. Because it's the Chinese Communist Party. And you know what? No one hurts the Chinese people more than the filthy damn Chi-Coms.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. And I love how he led off there with not only financially, like, this is really all about money, guys, but hey, they can also be hurt. No, God, I have to list 5 ways now. Let's include spiritually, because that sounds good.
You know.
It's like, I don't think athletes should talk, and that includes Gerald.
Yeah. Damn you, Dave.
Basically.
Oof. Chinese human rights haven't gotten any worse. 20 years is always shit. The recent outrage at AstroTurf for trade war purposes when I was a boomer at college 20 years ago, weirdo Christians in Falun Gong were going on about organ theft, etc. I mean, it hasn't gotten worse, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't bad to begin with, and it's still bad. If it's bad in America and China is doing something similar, I'm going to fucking criticize China as well. Or if they're doing something bad that is different, I'm going to criticize China as well separately. Who's this Adidas guy who's so funny to look at this? Bro, in the same conversation, he said, why is he talking about BLM? I can't believe he's not talking about Hong Kong, and shut up and dribble. Yeah, he's all over the place because he doesn't actually have a fucking take. The reason why he's all over the place is because he doesn't actually have a consistent worldview. He doesn't have a position on this. He's just like, black man speaking politics bad. Politics no agree with me. He must be bad. Shut up. O.J. Simpson speaks on LeBron James defending Ma'Khia Bryant.
Hey, Twitter world, it's me, yours truly. Tough morning listening to all the criticism that LeBron James is getting.
LeBron James.
I'm a fan of LeBron. I admire the work that he's done, how he's helped his community and how he's helped his friends. And how he's been fighting all of these social issues, especially that of systemic racism in the legal system and with the police departments around our country. But you can't fight every battle. You know, you can't, you got to pick your battles. I mean, it's a war that must be fought, but sometimes you need to take your time and be a little more patient before you comment on some of these bad incidences that are happening with police departments. This one, LeBron should have waited. I'm a little upset with most of the media because they showed us edited versions of what took place with the girl with the knife. They made it sound as if this was another police officer overreacting and killing a young black American.
Listen, OJ knows a thing or two about killing, okay? Just saying. He knows a thing or two about killing with a knife, okay? I mean, literally, dude. Literally, if there is a person who has firsthand knowledge of murdering people with knives, like, he could be an expert witness. You know how in court you're like, well, I'm not at liberty to give expert testimony. I'm not a knife expert. OJ, literally an expert at knives and murdering people with knives. Allegedly, of course. Allegedly.
From what I saw when I saw the full tape, the police guy had no choice. He responded. We wish he could have pulled a taser. We wish he could have done it in another way. But in that instance, if he hadn't done what he did, it appeared to me if another young American would have had her life taken. And hey, I can't fault what he did. I wish it was different. but I can't fault it. But LeBron, keep fighting the fight. I think we all got to be a little more patient. I'm against defunding the police. I think you just got to redirect.
OJ is against defunding the police, dude. Oh, that's how you know. That's why he said, I'm not black, I'm OJ, dude. He's so rich. Or he was I guess, at the time. And he still has the rich person mentality where he's just like, no, sir.
Some of those funds, the better training, and maybe dealing with more psychological training. In any event,
listen, when I want to hear a fucking take about the criminal justice system, OJ's the last person that I want to hear it from, okay?